I'm going to kablooey in my pants.
Jesus.
I came up with that one day, and I say it all the time. And now Carol sometimes will just look at me when I'm doing something. She's like, "Oh, are you going to kablooey?" It's just such a good word. I don't even know what it's from.
Bluey.
We should get shirts made.
Well, only that kind of talk could mean we're back again for another episode.
If that's not a random start, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Well, again, for all you guys that have been listeners for a while, you know we open up with something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And but for if you're new here, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us.
Episode what?
Oh, I don't even know. 15?
15?
That's a good question. I think it's 16.
Oh, look at us.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I just like to say it
All right.
to remember where we're at.
Well, for you guys, my name is Sean.
And I'm Mike.
And I'm Eric.
Welcome. Thanks, Eric, for popping in there.
Another week.
Another week, man.
On this beautiful day we're having.
Right.
By the way, I had to run an errand earlier, and it fucking torrential downpour on the interstate. Like, so bad the cars were stopping. And I'm like, I don't think that's the move. I put on my hazards, like if it's that bad, just so people could see your brake lights better. But people were stopping on the interstate.
Okay.
And I'm like, this isn't good. And then I get a text from my son like 5 minutes later. He's like, are you alive? Like, oh, it must be over there on my side of town too.
So I just picked up on something. What did you say you were doing?
Running some errands.
Okay.
Isn't that what I said? Why?
Do you say errands?
Errands. Yeah.
It sounded like you had a D on the end of there.
I do.
Yeah.
Errand.
But do you say errand?
Yeah. Errands.
I had to run a few errands.
Errands.
I just say errands. Like,
Errand.
I don't
Yeah.
put the D on there. Do you guys?
I'll give you the D.
Yeah, I do.
I think.
I definitely give the D to the errand.
Oh my God. We fucking put them tisk right
Thank you.
there.
I
He's
set
gonna
you up for that
appreciate
the
that
whole
one.
time. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
If
but-
you listen closely, you can hear his wife, Erin, blushing at home right now. She's like, boy,
She told me like I don't talk about her enough on here. So.
Nice. Well, there you go. Careful what you ask for.
now she's at home going kablooey. So
Oh, man. I say we start off with this delicious drink. What do you think?
I mean, you made it and it looks delicious. So hit us
I'm
with
not
it.
going to brag. I am going to brag. It was, I'm pretty impressed with it here. So today's drink is called Mermaid Water.
Ooh,
No,
that's a
summertime.
good name.
I'm into that stuff here.
I want to say before you say it, because I'm looking at your phone and I see how it looks, and you suck with the garnishes. This is 2 now. I want a fucking cherry, goddammit.
This one we could have probably done a cherry. It's recommending a lemon, but
That would, yeah, either way.
it looks good on the cup here. We're also in solo cup, so it's not quite that. But
We're fancy.
anyways, it is spiced rum, coconut rum, blue curacao, lime juice, and pineapple juice.
Let's give it a whirl. It looks, I mean, it's a little
A
green.
little green.
It's mermaidy.
It looks, a little mermaid here. So
Cheers, boys.
cheers, fellas.
Yeah. If you're at home, cheers. 2 in a row.
Damn.
That's fucking good.
That's good.
Man.
How,
Okay, so we talked about this last time and how people like to have a drink and listen to this. If you're ready to do that, pause it right now, and I'll let you know it's 2 ounces of spiced rum, 1 ounce of coconut rum, ½ ounce of blue curacao, ½ an ounce of lime juice, and 2 ounces of pineapple juice. And this is delicious. So
say putting a
I would
shaker.
recommend it. Yeah, put it in a shaker
So
and
you
then
did it
pour it over
legit?
ice. Yep.
It's fucking delicious.
That's good. So welcome to the party with that one. I'm excited.
Crack your drinks if you haven't already. So how did you find that? Like, out of curiosity, what did you just put in like fun drink to make? Or?
Well, no, we were kind of I was trying to figure out what to make, and Ashley's like, hey, opens up like our booze cabinet. We have some of this stuff. Rather than go and buy more stuff, put something in and see if you can figure out this. She's like, then open it. We have like pineapple juice. We have that. So I put in a bunch of the stuff that we had, and I'm like, kick this one out. So
That's awesome. I just thought of something. I guarantee this exists. So I'm it's not like we can make it, but I'm sure there's an app where you can just put in what boozes you have. Because I remember they made that for like refrigerators. Like you could put in all the ingredients you have, and it will just spit out the recipes you can.
I think at this point you can just ask ChatGPT and it'll do it.
right.
I mean,
That's true.
Well, all I
It
did
does
was
everything.
ask TikTok, and it came back with videos and all kinds of stuff. Now,
Yeah. Well, I'm sitting here thinking like every week we end up buying something else. So eventually we're gonna have like a probably a smorgasbord
We're
of
gonna have
shit.
a full bar.
Yeah.
Full
well,
bar.
and our good friends over at Parallel Brewing Collective,
Yes, sir.
they with the Cody Road stuff, they've talked about supplying us with some good stuff. So I'm sure soon we will have quite the selection.
I'm down with
We
that.
appreciate them. Thank
We
you
are.
guys.
We would welcome that, and we will drink it,
Yeah. That goes for any of you. Just drop something off. We'll drink it.
and we'll give you your props.
We will. Yeah. How was your week?
It's good. It was
Exciting?
good. No, the weekend was nowhere near as good as yours. So we'll start off with my weak ass weekend.
How
compared
dare
to
you?
We had baseball again this weekend, which was good. Had a good time, but then really we were able to get in the pool.
I was going to say
Which
that was
was-
one of the highlights I was going to
Yeah.
talk about.
So we got in the pool after our games on Saturday and hung out, and then we played early on Sunday and got beat first game. But like I say, the benefit is you got your weekend back. So I called all you guys and said, "Hey, we're gonna be home. Come out around 2 or around 3, whatever time you guys get out there."
I found it hilarious
And,
because it worked out just like you said it. Like
Yeah.
it can, not that it always does, but
Right.
you were like, yeah, sometimes they just get knocked out right away, and Sunday fun day.
Yep,
So
there it is.
you text, you're like, they got knocked out, and I'm like, poor Coop. All right, we're on our way.
Which ended up being pretty good. We had quite the crew over there. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was, but I just still laugh. So, there was a lot of kids, and, my kids were there, your kids were there, lots of kids. And I ended up asking my kids, because we were talking about the podcast and Team Mike, Team Sean, Team Eric for pissing in the shower. And so I kind of looked at my kids, and they both gave me a look, and I'm like, I fucking knew it.
You betcha.
heathens. But then we said, I think it was Ashley. She was like, that's it. If you piss in the pool, go to that side of the pool, or if you piss in the shower, and if you don't, go over
Nobody
here.
pees in the pool.
Yeah,
Don't
no
pee
one
in the
pees in
pool.
the pool. But so we split up, and boy, it was overwhelming how many of you people piss in the shower.
It was,
I think-
the majority
What was it?
by a big
Ashley,
way.
me, and like one other person.
Maybe one other.
I can't even remember who it
I'm
was.
pretty sure one of them was a lion.
Maybe. But shout out Ashley. I'll always have your back.
Yes, it was. Team P is definitely seems to be the popular vote.
I
there
think
for it.
that's just the way it is across America, and I'm just coming to this real. I mean, I knew it happened. I don't think about it because I don't do it, and
I
now
think-
I'm like, wow. Every time I look at someone, I'm like, I wonder if they piss in the shower.
I think you really have to because the few times I've been
Just say
around,
yes.
the few times I've been around, when you ask it, like people's faces are like, "Of course I fucking do." Like,
yeah.
they look at you like, "You
Why are
don't,
you asking?
fucking weirdo." Like I thought this was something like, we just do. We just don't talk about.
Yeah, I
and
mean, it's not like I save it up to go in there and do it, but
Whoa.
it happens.
I'm trying to think what someone said because they were like, yeah, I mean, you're in there for, I'm like, how fucking long are you guys showering? But I mean, we've been through this, but yeah, at this point, I'm really never going to do it now because it's like, I'm just going to be one of those people that I'm holding out. Like I never watched Star Wars growing up. I never saw any of them. And so everyone's like, why haven't you watched me? I'm like, I'm going to be one of the last people.
just at this point.
Yep. I'm just going to fucking die on that hill. So
Put it on your resume.
yeah.
But anybody out there for the team peers, we got the numbers on our side here for it. So
It's sadly-
so feel good, sleep better tonight. If anybody's giving you shit, if you're a team peer, that
And boy, it's not close. I'm going to just start recruiting people. I don't know what I need to do, but if you don't piss in the shower and you'd like to hang out, email me at we'restillcoolright@gmail.com because I need new friends. Yeah. So
How about yours? Let's get into how great your weekend was.
I was getting, it was all right. Nothing big.
Nothing happened.
Nothing huge.
Nothing happened at all.
No, I had a pretty good fucking weekend. I'm going to be honest with you. So yeah, we went to, we went up, we had a graduation party to go to. The way this all started was in Pella. Shout out to our buddy Wade.
What's up, Wade?
Yeah, Wade and Tiff, their oldest son Jack graduated. So congrats, Jack. So we went up to see him. It was good to see him. We don't get to see him very often anymore. So, but we kind of, I don't like driving. I know 2 hours isn't far because someone's going to be like, you pussy. But if I'm going to do that on a weekend, it's like, I'd rather just find something to do around there and just stay. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have some friends that live in Bondurant, so Ben and Melissa. So I told Ben, I said, hey, we're just going to come up and crash with you Friday. He goes, perfect. Melissa was out of town, so we hung out that night. And then he goes, I have tickets to Shane Gillis on Saturday. And I'm like, no fucking way. Because I knew he was coming, but I didn't think we'd be able to make it, so we never got tickets. And then he's like, oh, yeah, we got a suite. And I was like,
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice. So yeah, so we get there, we woke up, had breakfast, had some drinks. It was a long day, but we went there. Before I get into the fun stuff, I've learned what really grinds my gears, if you will, is fucking traffic. Like Cedar Rapids is fine. I never get mad.
Sure.
I don't have road rage. I have all the patience in the world, but when you put me in bumper to bumper, you're not moving, everyone's being dicks, I can't take it.
When was this? Was this like leaving the or are you like talking
Both.
like that? Or
Getting, because it was at the Wells Fargo Arena.
Sure.
And I've learned, I've been there plenty of times, but I realized, we always Uber or
Yeah.
I've never had to,
Yeah.
but it just worked out. We had to drive. And God, it sucked. So it took forever to park and find a place, because every lot's full. And so you park 3-4 blocks away. And by the way, I learned Kara, who doesn't have a lot of patience, and she knows that, but she loves that. Like the chaotic driving doesn't bother. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong? So it's great for me. But
good.
Oh my God. But getting out of there, we get in the car, and it took us 30 minutes just to get out of our spot, like out of the parking spot. Then another 30 minutes to get out of the parkade. And I was
we always just end up at the bars and everything afterward, or like before and after.
And after,
like
right.
that. But
and this time we didn't, because we were going back to Bondurant, right? So
yeah, I suppose that's a little different.
Yeah. So, but anyway, no, the show was fucking awesome. So we find out, well, first of all, we get there and there's a local guy, and I'm like, usually they grab a local person or whatever. But he's like, yeah, I grew up in Pella. And I'm like, that's crazy, because we were just there, and that's where Wade and Tiff live.
Right.
And he said his age or whatever, and Kara's like, I think that guy graduated with my brother. So she texts her brother. She's like, oh yeah, he's the man. He's killing it now. I'm like, God damn, I'd say so. So
that's
yeah,
awesome.
Shout out to Andrew Lopez. He's been on some, he was on Joe Coy's podcast.
Okay.
I saw.
Okay.
Which is called the Koi Pond, which I found hilarious.
I didn't know he had. I mean, I figured he had one. I think Joe Coy's hilarious.
He's amazing. But I didn't know either that he had a podcast.
It was Andrew Lopez, is that what you said?
Yeah, Andrew Lopez. He's an Asian dude, but again, his name's Andrew. So it's like he made fun of that. And, yeah, so everyone's like, no one sees it coming. And yeah, he was really good though. But anyway, so there was a rumor that Kara found online that Big J was going to be opening for Shane. And I'm like, man, I'd be kind of shocked if like Big J came to Iowa just to open for someone.
Sure.
And sure as shit, he comes out. So I was like, oh my God, because I got to knock out like 2 of my favorite comedians I haven't seen live in one show. So he was... So like Ben didn't really know who he was, and I was telling him like, dude, he's raunchy.
Right.
He's like, he's just getting us prepped for Shane because how raunchy. I go, no. Like he's way raunchier than Shane.
Like Shane's gonna sound,
a little tame compared to him. So yeah, he's out there doing his thing. He's doing some crowd work, and it's just, God, he fucking kills me. Because first of all, he's kind of funny. He's like 6'5", but he's emo, so he's got like colored hair, and he paints his nails and. Yeah, but I was just reminded of like my favorite joke. He was on Kill Tony once, and he's talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, my daughter's dating, which sucks, and she's 5'11", so I was like, black guy, right?" And he's like, "Which is fine, because everyone said it's better than the alternate, because he's like, everyone told him, well, girls usually look for a guy like their father, and he's like, I don't want her dating someone like me. I like to finger girls' assholes while they blow me." He goes, that was fine for a pig mother, but not for my sweet baby.
My sweet little angel.
So that's the kind of humor he has. So
shout out to Big J. That's bad. I mean, what a great jump in and surprise her for it. I mean, you already get good. Shane, which and then Big J. Yeah, but he's like everywhere right now. Like I feel like Big J's just like he's already been big, but I just feel like.
But I kind of see what you're saying. He never really got his flowers, if you like. He he has a special here and there, but he's never been like a talked about name through everyone.
Well, and they do the bit. What's the
Legion of Skanks?
Yeah, Legion of Skanks. Yeah, they do that, which is like the huge comedy thing, and I know that, and that's been going on for years.
Yep.
And he was one of the big parts of that, but there still is, obviously. But that's awesome, man. I mean, when Kara told me that before you got there.
Oh yeah,
that you guys went, and I'm like, fuck you, seriously. I was like, I want to go to see Shane so bad, and I knew baseball, we weren't going to be able to go down there.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, and then Big J. I'm like, I'm I'm leaving. You know, I felt like going, text everybody, pool party day's over. I'm going like, yeah.
Going in the pool by
Yeah, I'm
myself.
pissed
no one's
off.
allowed.
Nobody gets to come out here now because I
Yeah.
miss that stuff. But
And it was totally random the way it happened. Like, we knew we had the grad party, but you know, days out. The reason I never thought about getting tickets is because there was just so much going on. I'm like, I can't commit to this with grad
Right.
parties, and so we got really lucky.
and
But
then you're in a suite.
dude, and I mean, I've never been in one in the arena, and so shout out to Ben and Josh and Christina for getting us up there. But yeah, it's fucking awesome.
So I do got to ask because I've been in suites a couple times and
Yeah.
it can be hit or miss.
I mean-
Because you can get people that are just in the suite, they don't have any fucking interest in the game or what, you know,
Yeah.
whatever's going on. And it can be, you know, and it can not be fun. But
I see
so
what you're
were you,
saying.
was there a bunch of people like, were you,
We were lucky in that like everyone that was there mostly knew each other.
Yep.
So everyone was cool. You
Okay.
know, and the sound was great. So like honestly, you would have kind of had to yell to like, I mean,
Okay.
to you know.
well, and I wonder, I guess if I've only done it for a game. Now that I think about it, I've never done it for, so maybe, you
Well,
know, 'cause the
comedy's
game
unique,
can kind
yeah.
of,
You're like, don't talk over that.
well, you
know
don't
what I mean?
talk, and it's also like you got to follow the whole story that they're doing as opposed to timeouts and everything else where
Yep.
people get distracted. So I
The
guess that
hardest
could
part
also
was
do
people
with it,
were
but yeah.
laughing so goddamn hard that it's like you're like, okay, like shut up, I can't hear. You know what I mean? But I don't, dude. It was so good. Like, and the reason it's so good is because obviously some of the stuff Shane did I've heard before.
Sure.
But when they're coming to places like here, they're trying out new material. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, not all of it stuck its landing. You know,
Sure.
like, I found it hilarious, but other people are like, ooh, you know, because he says some out of pocket shit, if
Yeah.
you will. And so the crowd got quiet. Oh my! For example, he's a huge Notre Dame fan.
Yeah.
and I knew that. And he says something about Notre Dame. The whole fucking arena starts booing. And he's like, hey, fuck you guys. We hate the same people. He's like, fuck Michigan, fuck Ohio State. Why are you booing me? And I was like, he's got a good point. Like, I don't know. Like, we're fucking Iowa fans. Why are you mad at that? You know what I mean? So that was pretty funny because he looked
Right.
legit taken back. Like, oh, how dare you?
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So yeah, it was really good. It was a long show. And like even Big J, I was like, man, I hope he doesn't do just, 10 minutes. Or,
Sure,
he did
sure.
probably 20.
Yeah,
Which
all right.
for opening for someone's great.
Great.
Yeah, so it was good. And the suite thing is great just because, yeah, you have a great view and everything, but also you have a bathroom 1 minute away.
Right.
You have drinks a couple minutes away.
Right.
So,
It's just a lot easier it's actually easier to take in the event and still
yeah.
drink and whatnot, like you said,
Yeah.
because it's quick to get to or quick to take a piss. And
Yeah. The funniest part was, so I'm grabbing a drink before it started up at the sweet bar, and I have the bar shirt on, local place here in town. And one of the guys who like runs this, like you could tell he's like kind of a bigger wig there, comes over, he's like, you like that place? And I was like, yeah, dude, I love it. And he's like, my cousin owns it. And I was like, oh, and so I couldn't remember who all were behind it. I knew Kale was obviously, and he's like, my cousin Kale. I was like, oh, we love Kale. So I took a picture. I can't remember the guy's name. I wish I could, but we took a picture and snapped it to Kale, who was at the show. I found out later.
Oh, really?
Him and Tony and Josh from our studio
Yeah.
were all there. So I didn't run into him, but I saw it later on Snapchat
funny.
and stuff. Yeah, so it's
no, I really feel left out.
Hey, I wasn't there either.
fuck me, right? Hey, I didn't buy him. Okay, I got lucky. So
I guess, what did you do all weekend? 'Cause
Yeah.
You couldn't make it out on Sunday either. So
Yeah, my mom had her retirement party, so
Ah,
she
okay.
officially retired about a week ago, and she
Hell
had a
yeah.
retirement party. So,
nice.
yeah, she's still like doing her business she owns.
Sure.
Is like doing promotional material, but she retired from driving the bus and doing all that stuff,
Nice.
so she doesn't have to wake up every morning.
from the mandatory work that she had to do. Yeah.
exactly.
Shout out, Mom.
Right?
Yep.
Nice.
We should have went to that and just, did a podcast from there.
Could have.
Yeah.
I smoked some pulled pork, and I did like 3
See?
butts for that.
Nice.
3?
We probably didn't even eat enough for one, but
Did you do them at your house and then just took them there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, so that'd be a pain in the ass.
Right.
I did it overnight, and then I was a little bit worried about them because they weren't to temp in the morning.
Oh, really?
So I wrapped them and turned up the heat a little bit and got there.
I was say, I typically now I'm so little patience that they hit 165 and I wrap them. I'm just like, I know it's better to get it through the stall just to leave it, but I get impatient.
Oh my! Come
if
on.
I can do it without, I like to, just because I like the bark.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in this case, I was not worried about any
Right.
of that. This
Right.
is more about making sure I had meat to eat.
Yeah. Meat
Nice.
to eat.
Meat to eat.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, good
Well,
weekend.
That's awesome.
It was
man.
great.
I'm jealous of you, but I'm glad that I mean, I'm assuming it was probably sold out. So
I think so. I'll tell you, man, by the fucking traffic and the way it looked, it
Right.
was sold out, but I don't know.
I mean, because
So,
it's kind of cool that someone like him still comes around.
yeah.
You know,
I tried finding that Andrew Lopez guy like online.
Yeah.
And it's now, I'm old. I just went to Facebook and I saw some posts about him. That's how I saw he was on Joe Coy's podcast and stuff, but I couldn't find a page for him. But I know he has a Twitter or X. That's the other thing. Does anyone actually call it X?
No. It's
Okay.
stupid.
That's fucking dumb. I'm sorry.
I mean,
but
people do, but it's still stupid.
sure.
it just sounds stupid. Like find me on X. Like
Yeah.
fucking what, on a map? Like I don't understand. Like
X
it's
marks the
stupid.
spot, baby.
Yeah, yeah. Like you could have came up with something else. You're a billionaire, dude. Fucking put some brains behind it.
Call it Tesla chat or something.
Something. Some Elon fan's gonna be like, hey, I'm like, I'm not saying I hate the guy. Just fucking do better.
Yeah, I mean, what else you got going on? Come on.
Yeah, Jesus, right. I mean,
geez.
playing video games. Didn't we talk about that on one? Or was that not on air?
Oh, I don't know if it was.
He like says he's like the number one ranked player of like
Yeah.
certain games. And I'm
Path
like,
of Exile.
how the fuck? There's no, first of all, I don't know how you have the time.
Well,
But then it came out
he
like
has the time.
people were watching him and like people who play the game and they're like, yeah, he's cheating. Like he's using this thing. And like, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I also don't care, but it just seems weird to me.
I mean, they were like, there's absolutely no way. So
Yeah. But you know, when you're used to, I don't know, having your balls fluffed, maybe that's just one other way to get it done. I don't know. So yeah, but then Sunday we went out to your place and that was awesome. And kids didn't want to leave, but I'm like, it's a school night because
Right.
your kids are done.
Yeah,
But
you guys
our
at
kids,
school. We're
yeah.
done.
Nope, they've got, what is today? Oh, well, they got 2 more days.
2 more days and then
Yeah.
they're out. Yeah. That's all right. It had been a long week. By the time I was wiped, by the time we kind of cleaned up when everyone left, I'm like, I'm ready for bed.
No, Sean was manning the grill as the grill master.
Right.
And
It was
then-
good.
and then-
It was nice. It worked out.
It did, but you had a little problem there at the end. You had a rookie mistake.
What did I do?
Well, yeah, you wound up over a frying pan. So
Oh, yeah.
what happened,
I
Sean?
ran out of propane
Yeah.
again. You know, fucking A.
We've all done it.
I had like 3 burgers left to do, and I'm like, God damn it. Are you serious? Like,
I'm in there getting a bite, and he's like, he walks in like, motherfucker, goddamn. I'm like, why? He grabs a pan. I'm like, no.
you want to talk about one of those things where I say like, this is how I know I have adult money.
Yeah.
I bought another tank,
So-
so I always have one and I rotate them.
Oh, he does too.
oh, I
He
got
just got to
there's
keep it
just
filled.
fucking sitting next to it, empty. The one was empty next to the other one. Yeah.
He said, like, he was like, I've been looking at it, and I thought I should probably get that filled.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I just keep saying that.
I was out there the other day. I'm like, I need to go get this filled because that thing's got to be running low.
And it's every time you're grilling for other people. Like I've had it happen
Yeah.
2 or 3 times in my life. It's never been when I'm just like grilling for the family. It's always when a bunch of people, which I guess makes sense.
I should say I am grateful I got through the majority of the food
You
that I
did.
had, though, because there was a lot. Like we had a lot of,
That would have sucked.
we had the chicken breast and the burgers on there. So it was good that I was able to get through that because otherwise I'd have been like, I'd be giving you food to go home and make yourself.
Yeah. Here, take some chicken on your way out.
Make sure you cook it when you get home. It's not good yet, kids.
That's the worst part is like if it happens with chicken or something
Yeah.
like that. Because
Yep.
you're like,
Yeah.
God damn, I don't even know how to like save this.
Yeah, what am I going to do now? But yeah.
Yeah, you had a lot of chicken. It was fucking delicious, though.
It was, well, you get that shit from Sam's and we just cut it in half. You know what I mean? So then you have, because it's
And they
so
cook
big.
faster, too. Yeah, because that's
it's
the thing,
easier
like,
to cook and yeah, it's a lot.
he did
so
it on the
thousand
Blackstone.
Yeah.
And like when you have those really thick breasts, you know,
Yeah.
juicy
Big
titties,
old- yeah.
those take forever. So
Well, and then the
on the
outside gets
Blackstone.
charred and the inside's like barely edible. So yeah.
we were talking about like rookie mistakes on the Blackstone. Like
Yeah.
when I first got mine, I remember just, you know, I seasoned it perfect and I was like so excited to do a big breakfast. So I cranked it to fucking as high as it could get. And I'm like, yeah. And I throw down, you know, 3 dozen eggs and they're just done instantly. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like grabbing spatulas, trying to keep it moving. You're like, you don't realize how hot those fucking things get. So, yeah. So if you're listening at home, don't do that.
It was fun though. It worked out. So we'll get you out there, Eric, and hopefully do it again. Yeah.
Looking forward to
Like I
it.
said, never know on a Sunday what's going to happen,
Right?
depending on how baseball gets. That's like I told you. Sorry, can't plan it because you know the minute I'd plan it, then we'd end up just winning the whole day. But maybe I should plan a
Sunday
party.
we had
could
already
get-
made plans to go to the other pool and
Yeah.
Justin cooked me burgers and you know having a trained chef cook you burgers isn't a bad
Aw.
thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous of that, I'll be honest with you.
No kidding. Well, I mean,
Sorry, I
mine
was
were pretty
spacing up
fucking good too. Come on.
They were really good, yeah. But he did say that because the pool opened up this week. We've only gotten to go once so far, and it was fine. It was a little chilly just because it was kind of windy.
Yeah.
But Eric was there at like 2:00 that day, and it was like 90 degrees. We get there at 4:30, and it had dropped 15 degrees. I'm like, fuck. And he's like, well, it was great hours ago. I'm like,
Eric's all
damn it.
pruny. Where you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
been?
Guy's a fish.
I have been there every single day they've been open except for one.
Getting
That was the
mine.
day I was at the retirement party.
Getting my money's worth, damn it.
My wife texted me because I had to stop by there on the way here to like check chemicals and stuff, and she's like, "Are you at the pool again?"
How does she just not expect it by now? Aaron, the Memorial Day, it's over. You'll see him in a couple months.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? If you need him at night, though, he'll be in the hot tub. You
It's
can find him there.
it's so much worse now, like because Audrey's working there. Like
Yeah, that's
otherwise, I wouldn't be there every day. But
Sure. Yeah.
true. Is she working there like a lot? Like,
Yeah.
because how many lifeguards do they have this?
They have 4 and then subs.
Okay. So, because I feel like they had less than that last year. So,
Yeah.
thanks, Audrey. We appreciate it because the more lifeguards means they don't have to close for any dumb reasons, like like not having lifeguards. So,
Yep.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go. So, did we get any emails?
we did. Okay, so
Or do you want to go to an email? Or do
no,
you have something else?
that's perfect. But one of these is going to lead into something. So if you're listening and you commented on any of our Spotify episodes, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. I didn't realize that you can comment on those. I've never commented on them. So like a couple, episode 1, cousin Pete wrote "Don't knock the minivan" when we had talked
Right,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
okay.
I'm like, I'm just seeing these.
We might have to bring back
I
the
should have brought it
minivan
up
topic.
to you guys because I've gone in and liked every one of them. Like I've
You
seen them, but
bastard.
I should have brought it up to you.
So if you're wondering why it's not
My
getting
bad.
talked about, it's because Eric doesn't tell us things.
Feel free to leave some nasty comments in the comment section for Eric. No.
Thanks a lot, Alan.
Yeah, Julie had one about the super soft birthday party.
Yeah, so she wrote on one, "Love it, boys," and then "Loudest chugger ever." Not sorry, it's just the way I drink. Super soft birthday party. And some guy. So if you're listening and your name is Brutimus Prime, which is fucking great name by the way, he wrote. And all of you can do this, and maybe you'll catch something I'm missing. But they wrote Google Earth 201 Franklin Street, Westchester, Iowa. Eric and I both went to it. There's a house, kind of. It's a little dilapidated, but I expected someone to be mooning the camera or flipping us off or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
I was thinking somebody like mowed a middle finger in the yard or something like that.
That'd be good.
So
Yeah,
if you're
I-
listening, go check it out. Maybe you'll notice something that we didn't notice.
Yeah, maybe
or
we missed
if,
it.
what was the handle?
Yeah, Brutimus Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're listening, clarify, please.
Yeah, please
Yeah, hit
email
us
us and
up.
tell us what the hell that is supposed to be. 'Cause
Right.
We'd love to know.
Also, let us know like if you can who you really are because
That'd be great too.
if you're one of our friends, that's awesome.
Well, with the name Brutimus Prime, I feel like it's
Yeah,
someone we know.
I feel like it has to be.
Yeah. So they're probably listening right now going, "You fucking assholes. I can't believe you don't know it's me." But
Yeah.
we're sorry.
You don't know my gamer tag?
Yeah. Yeah. Malevolence. So no, but our last one, there was a comment from someone named Allie, and she wrote, "Actors that people love that I can't stand. Fucking Tom Cruise. He only gets a pass for me in Top Gun, The Last Samurai, and Tropic Thunder. Otherwise, man needs to retire and suck an egg." And that's a friend of mine, Allie. We worked together way back in the day. And the reason I bring that up, which by the way, I've never seen The Last Samurai.
I don't even either.
I've seen it.
Is it good?
It's
Good?
pretty good actually.
Yeah.
I feel
Other
like-
than the fact that it's so weird, like that it's Tom Cruise and it's like this
It's like it doesn't fit.
white ass white guy, being a samurai.
That's
But,
what I
like,
was just wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a story behind it, and it is generally a good movie. But that part it was a little bit like, yeah,
Coulda
maybe they
casted-
maybe they could have cast a little bit better.
They just casted
little-
the name on that one. Like,
You need a little refill? You need to top me. You want me to top you off? I made some extra of this punch because it's so good.
best night ever. But the reason I wanted to say those comments is because I did get an email from Allie, and I'm kind of regretting this one. I love you and all, Allie, but she wrote, "Hey fellas, loving the pod. It's my favorite for any monotonous chore that I have to do. So thanks for making the sucky stuff less sucky."
All right. We're here for you.
Yeah. So she said, "So I just started listening and I've been binging. So forgive if this has been asked. But what's the dumbest job you've had? Not the worst, but like the dumbest. Because if Mike doesn't say Westdale Mall security guard, I call bullshit. Here's a pic from Once Upon a Time to remind him. I would have never guessed. First of all, I have hair in this photo, so you know it's old. Yeah. I didn't even have kids. This was 4 months before Logan was born. June 4th, 2007. And it's me sitting at a computer because that's pretty much what you did.
Let me see it.
You can just
We're gonna
you
have
can tell how
to
dated
we're gonna
it
have
is.
to post this on the
I
social.
really don't want to.
It's so funny seeing you with hair.
It's I mean, you can't see my face, so I'll just lie and say it's not me.
I'll
But
just-
isn't that weird?
oh, that's good.
And even the dating of like 2000, there's the big
Right.
brick monitor, and I don't know,
Right.
it's weird. So thank you, I think, Allie, for that. But yeah, she's obviously behind. We talked about. Well, no, we talked about our favorite kind of jobs. I don't know if we talked about.
We
like,
talked about or our first jobs, or we talked about working at the mall.
Yeah.
And you talked about that one being
I
security
did
guard
because I
catching
get
all the
Paul
people.
Blart jokes. Yeah,
Right. Catching
But we
all
haven't talked about dumbest job. No.
yeah.
the dumbest job.
Say,
That's a good
can you
one.
either one of you think? I need a minute. Like, I mean, all of them were kind of dumb, but I'm trying to think which one stands out. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of dumb. Like, what do I like? Was it something I didn't enjoy doing?
I
so
would
it was
say
dumb?
that. Well, that or just like a very pointless job where it's like.
At one time, I did like a security job type thing where I just sat in like this guard shack thing and like let
I
trucks
forgot
in and
about
just
that.
kicked it
Yeah.
out there. But it wasn't dumb because they paid me a lot of money to do it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, for what I was doing.
I remember
like
that now. Like
but
you
yeah.
made really good
I
money.
made really good
what you
money for
did.
not doing. I mean, it was easy, and I would know what they were. But yeah, quote unquote dumb job. That would have been. I didn't have to do much for it.
Yeah.
So I have two, and they're dumb for different reasons. Detasseling. I did like
Good one.
2 days of that, and I was like, "Fuck this" for
Right.
the rest of my life.
Right.
Never went back. And then, and then there's another one that's kind of like that. I did construction, which is not a dumb job, but
it
I was
sucks.
dumb and didn't like put on enough sunscreen and
Ooh.
was trying to get my tan and shit. I got so fucking burned I couldn't work
Couldn't even
at
make
all
it.
anymore. So they were like, "Yeah, you can just stay home."
That's
But the other one was, when I was kind of between jobs and I had to take a contract job, and I was just basically like, take the PC out to the desk, plug it in, go back and get another one and take it out to the desk and plug it in. But that's how I got my in at one of the bigger companies.
Nice.
Yeah. But so I mean, you were literally just like the step one IT guy.
We in IT at that place at Transamerica where I was doing it, we called it Hardware Monkey. So we're like the guy that just
going and
takes the
plugging things
hardware
in and
out.
taking-
Yeah, plug it in.
Fix my monitor, monkey. Just throw bananas at him. That'd be awesome.
Make me a clown.
Yeah.
Make me a bike clown.
Dance clown. That's good. Is detasseling still a thing? I mean, like
I think so, yeah.
they don't have machine. I mean, I know they use machines, but like you kind of can't for that, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know enough about
I
it,
never
but-
did it. I remember my sister, I think, did it. And like I had some cousins who did it, and they would get home just angry and sunburnt
But
and
they paid
dehydrated.
so
They
good
paid
that,
really
like,
good.
Yeah, especially for a high school kid.
Yeah.
I remember wanting to sign up for it. My dad like, you don't want to do that. And I'm like, yes, I do want to. He goes, trust me, you don't want. He's like, you're not doing it. You don't want to do it. You're gonna.
He's smart.
Yeah,
He was always like-
And I remember when all my friends did it, and like the morning they picked them up, like like you go to this area and they'll pick you up on a bus. It was like
Yeah.
at like the store by our house, and I see them all like with their lunch boxes, like ready to go out, and I'm like, God, I could be fucking doing that. You know what I mean? Making some money. And they came back just fucking muddy and nasty and just like, and not like majority of them did not go back for the second day. You know what I mean? And like a few of them made it the week. You know what I mean? And I remember at that point being like, thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
You always got
There
my
you go.
back.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have like walked through a cornfield before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's miserable, like
It's-
itchy and just
Hot.
bugs and hot
And
The corn
muddy
sweat.
and just
so on top of that, you're doing a job that you have to touch all this stuff. I just can't.
I remember telling someone
Fathom
that
it
that's a
being
real
me.
thing. The reason Iowa is so humid is because of the fucking corn. Like the corn sweats and it adds so much moisture to the air. That's and someone was like, that's not true. I read it online. It's true. So
The
trust
internet
me.
doesn't lie.
It never lies. No.
lies.
Because isn't the tassel at the top So how would I do that? I can't fucking reach out. Do they bring me phone books? Or what the fuck?
You're in these little machines. It's like a little cart that goes down the rows, and you're in a little basket.
You're just fucking yoinking the tops of them?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound that bad. But yeah, I don't want to do it.
So, anybody got an opening on their tasseling team? I'm pretty sure Mike just volunteered to.
Oh yeah, let me get
detassel.
my spray tan and I'll fucking be right
I
out
think
there.
we've
Great.
we got some people that are interested in Mike getting the spray tan also.
Yeah.
So I think
love that we're making a list of things that Mike needs to
it's
do.
just.
I don't know what the fuck I did wrong to you guys. Like, Jesus.
I think if anybody's interested in wanting to know the future of our Patreon, I think the Patreon's going to be signing Mike up for shit.
Remember earlier I said I need better friends?
Yeah.
You guys are fucking right on cue. So thank you for
Hey,
that.
the good news is they pay us for the Patreon.
Hey, if anyone's
That's where we
looking
need
for
to
an
be
extra
here.
talking
Come on.
head on their podcast, I'm looking for a new spot. No, but that's a good. The detasseling thing is good because it made me think of my dumbest one. I laid sod for a summer, and it was the fucking worst thing. I mean, you're covered head to toe. There's no point in taking your shoe off and like knocking out the dirt. It's just it. I remember taking my socks off when I got home outside, and they stayed standing. They were just hardened fucking dirt, and I was like, "This is gross." It sucked. I would never do that again. And then I volunteered at work like 5 years ago for they do volunteer days, and
It's a day of caring. Yeah.
and
they did that for years.
They had all these jobs, and I said, "Give everyone what they want. I don't care. I'm not picky." And they fucking last thing left, they go, "You're gonna be laying sod." And I go, "Fuck you!" And that's what I had to do all day. I was so pissed off.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's a picture of me I took, and I texted my team. My legs were just pitch black, and I'm like, "Fuck you."
Most people, it's like you go out and kick around for a little bit. It's like a day off work. They help
Nope.
a little bit, clean some things up. Mike's out there doing.
Would have way rather been in the office. Like, would not have done that again. Last year I did it. We were at the Colonel Stadium for like a veterans event, like, handing out waters. And like, that was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, I did a few of those where we painted some park benches
Yep.
and some stuff like that. I'm like,
So
nice.
now I check.
Yeah.
If fucking sod's even on there, I'm like,
Not
I'm good.
doing it.
Nope, not doing it. So
That's why you sign up for shit.
Right.
well, but
He's
trying to think how
thinking
to
I'm
say
going to be
this.
a good guy
Yeah,
and
like,
I'm
I mean-
open for whatever. Like here.
because I'm really not that picky. It literally could have been just no detasseling and no sod. Leave me alone. That's the only two things I don't want to do by the sounds of it. So
I mean, I'm glad that now, like at the pool cleanup, I always do the grill. Everybody just knows because
I know. And yeah, that's true.
I don't even have to sign up anymore. It's like,
There it is.
that's
But
my
that's
thing.
that's a messy job some people don't want to do,
yeah.
So yeah.
Say, good for you.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting you for that job. So good for you, man.
Scraping that fucking year-old
Right.
grease off, like, it smells good though.
Right?
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my dumbest job. So there is.
By the
one
way,
more
all of these
email.
jobs, I'm glad there are people out there that do them and probably enjoy doing them. It's
Oh, yeah.
I fucking hate detasseling. So
Well, back to the construction thing, real quick. Like you said, it's so hot. I mean, our buddy Nick, he's a carpenter, and there's those fucking days where it's 95 degrees, and I bitch about being in an office sometimes, and then on those days, I'm like, you won't hear a peep out of me.
Right.
So I don't know how roofers do it. Like you said, how you got burned. I always was like, why are these guys wearing long sleeves and hats? I'd be sweating to death. But they're like, it's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
You might be sweaty, but you're not getting charred alive. So I mean, on a roof, fuck that. So anyway, we do have one other one, which is from my friend Linnea, and she wrote, "Best first date known to man." She's very sweet. So she wrote, "Hello to my best first date, Mr. Owens. First thing is first. I have been and always will be a tequila girly." So this was when we were talking about drinks.
Mm-hmm.
She said no training wheels and drinking it like water. But the weekend we spent together, I dated her back a while ago. She said during that weekend, he subjected me to Malort, and he was sorely disappointed that he was in fact the only wuss present. It did. She drank it like you did, and I was so pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is something wrong with me? Like, I don't understand it, but there's some of you crazy people. She said, "I've been listening to your podcast since conception, and every episode gets more entertaining and somehow funnier. My list for celebrities I can't stand: Alec Baldwin, Ali Wong, and Cat Williams. Also, I personally volunteer as tribute to sponsor the spray tan. Sean, send me your Venmo. Let's make it happen."
Yeah.
Love your guys' podcast, content, humor, and it's always much love. Thank you, Linnea.
Linnea, shout out to a fellow Malort drinker.
Oh, God.
And I like it because I think it's maybe even better to see the look on Mike's face when you don't. And
It
you just take
pisses
it like
me
a
off.
champ. And then he has to go,
Because anyone who see me drink, I'm not kidding. I fucking gag. I hate it. But
But you're always down for a good time, right?
I'm always down for, I will do it because of the joy I get of watching someone else feel that way.
Sure.
And then when I do it and then it doesn't do anything to them, I'm like, why the fuck did I do it? That's what happened with your friend at Cliffs that one day.
Yeah. She took it like a champ.
She did.
Michelle. Yeah. Shout out to her.
From Chicago. It never had
Chicago
it.
girl, so she knows she's probably just in her blood.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's just, she's ingrained with it. So, yeah. But yeah, we had met. The funny thing is, when we had that weekend, we were watching an Iowa game out somewhere. And we weren't here, by the way. We were in Illinois. And we ran into this other couple and just made friends with them. And they did it too. And they didn't do much either. Like, they didn't like it. They made a little face, but not much. And I'm like, this is the fucking dumbest
Fucking
thing.
I think
hanging
you were
out with
just
some
too close
gangsters.
to Chicago. Like you were like,
That's
you
true.
Past that line of,
You're
Yeah.
on the border there.
That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
yeah.
Well, from now on, I'm never buying it in Illinois again.
Congratulations on being somebody's first or best date ever.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah.
That's a nice little banner you get to wear.
Stop. You're going to make me blush.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's a question, though. Now, granted, you both have been in very long-term relationships. I was previously, right? But are you still friends with your exes? Or like when you were younger and you'd break up, like, did you stay friends with people?
I'd still talk to him. I don't think it really, I think it was always,
I don't mean like you're hanging out
no,
constantly.
I
but
think
like,
there was always like a little gap, you know what I mean? Like where it didn't, it wasn't like we were best friends the next day, but I think that, yeah. Eventually I never had like a really nasty breakup or anything like that, but I did have somebody that I dated a long time, like on and off. Like it felt like all through college, like it was like we were dating or we weren't, or you know what I mean? And so
I
it's
see
just
what
like
you're
it
saying.
never really,
it was, you guys were both always kind of hanging out there
right,
in that little
or we
limbo.
weren't, or then we go on like a break and we wouldn't see each other for a while. And then we would, you know what I mean? So
Easy, Ross.
right, yeah, right. Well, the breaks were, we both knew they were on a break. So
Yeah.
that was,
That's
so it was
fair.
easier, but
That's true.
yeah, I don't know. So I don't think I have.
What about you?
I mean, it kind of depends on how it ended. And some of
Yeah.
them, like, it just didn't ever feel like we were going to stay friends,
Yeah.
So, like, it kind of depends on that. But there's several that
Attaboy.
I'm still at least
Yeah.
Facebook friends with or whatever, but it's not like we talk on the regular.
Aaron, they're just friends. Calm down.
Slide in the DMs. Wait till they hear this. Wait till they hear your
Jesus.
smooth voice on the
Yeah.
old pod
is-
here.
No shit, right?
I mean, I think it's kind of fun to see, at least from a Facebook friend perspective, to like see that like people have got they're married, they have kids.
Yeah.
Like where did they end up? What are they doing? Are they doing the career that they said they aspired to back in the day or whatever?
Or if they were a total bitch,
I
like,
was gonna say, if you
look
can't
who's
read-
washing ditches, ho.
If you can't read between the lines, what he meant is it's really fun to see the fucking train wrecks out there that were, thank God I dodged that bullet. And
Okay, but we all love a good train wreck.
Oh, it's hard to look away.
Yeah.
I don't have enough of a body count to have too many of those to worry about. So
He's being very coy. Trust me.
Well, hey, even if it's not on the body count, just people that you fucking knew in high school. They're
Yeah.
like, good for you dick.
do.
I'm glad life.
Oh, I did
I'm
he-
glad life gave you one of these. Some
That's
of you
the
just,
golden
some of
middle
you just
finger for
fucking
you at home.
deserve it.
yeah, every time I go back home, I hear about some of those. So
Yeah. You're like, oh, you're right where I thought you'd
Right,
be.
yeah.
Yeah. I know. I just asked that because like when she emailed, like we're still friends and she's in a happy relationship and everything. And so am I. But I thought about, I'm like, man, I've always like been cool with pretty much everyone.
Well, I think it's
unless
also
it's
for-
like unless you have a bad falling out, which I get that, but
But I think it's also different for you now because you're dating like at an older age. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
for
Where
sure.
you're just more mature. Like if you're
let's not get crazy.
well, but you are.
I know what you're
I mean,
saying,
just
yeah.
naturally, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
naturally you are. It's like, if you if you get a real good crazy, then I don't know. But I think that's
had
probably
a couple
little
of
different.
those.
Yeah.
I think I'll save that one. I would like to live to see another day and not just feel cold steel enter my kidney. No, but yeah. No, yeah. That's a good point though. As we get older, it's like I would hope people in their 40s are being pretty forward and honest with intentions and
Well,
you know
if you're
what I mean?
not, then fucking don't wonder why you're single.
Well,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like if you're
I never understood the whole I did the dating apps thing and and I met some cool people on it.
I
But
remember. Do you remember when you signed up for those?
yeah, I was with you.
Yeah. Do you remember? It was the same fucking night that we came up with the idea to do the podcast.
I know. That's why I just came screaming back.
We had
to
some
me.
great ideas that night.
Dude, we were on fire. Like that's when we thought of the name that we'll never remember.
Yeah,
now,
I'll never
'cause-
remember that. But Mike, he's like, I don't know. I shouldn't. I'm like, do it. And he's like, Yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, no, fucking get your phone out. You can
Yeah.
sign up right now.
Because I was nervous. I was like, man, I don't like. I'll just meet someone. But then I thought, I'm like, I don't go out constantly, and I don't, I'm like, I'm not looking for.
And I'll tell you, it wasn't long. And his phone started. I'm like, did you get? He's like, I fucking got someone. I got a match.
It was so weird.
I'm like, this is great.
But like, Sean's just a bystander, so he's just
Yeah.
like poking the bear, like,
Yeah.
do it, go, have
Say
fun,
this,
like,
say this.
yeah, because like he's got no skin in the game, so he's like, dude, if they're crazy, I'll
Right.
get to hear about it. This is gonna be hilarious, So
And so, like, Sean, you never dated in the era of dating apps, right?
No.
Yeah,
No.
same for me. So, like, when I've had friends that have done that or had, have been in that, then it's always like, oh, let me see it. Let me swipe for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
I have done that for friends before, like some girlfriends that are on there, and she'd be like, you can go through it, and I'm like, ew. She's like, oh, I was gonna swipe with him. I'm like, what is wrong with you? So I'm like, laugh.
We did the same thing because I saw there was my neighbor Jim and I hang out all the time, and another gal in our neighborhood was single, and she brought up the app, and we're like, hey, can we see it? You know what I mean? She's like going through. Fucking guys are ridiculous.
It's
by
so-
the way, like they're just have to be like. I mean,
So I'm gonna,
like even like strong, good looking, but it's just all like fucking abs and like
So
just
cheesy.
like nasty. Like
the
you just
bios
look at
will
it
be
it's
like, I know I'm a catch, so don't waste my time. You're
yeah,
like, oh, dude.
yeah. And like some of these things I saw, I'm like, oh my god, like I was like, I couldn't. I'm like, go to the next one, go to the next. Like I just was, I
Right.
was so like entertained by it.
So that's what I learned though, because I'm not like a fucking beaming thing of confidence or anything.
Right.
But I just tried to be myself on there,
Yeah.
and people would go nuts.
Probably worked.
Because, and I could not figure it out, and people would finally tell me, they're like, you don't understand the amount of gross, pompous, overconfident douchebags on these things. They're like, you didn't send me a dick pic in 30 seconds. So
Right.
clearly you're a great guy. I'm like, what? People really do that?
But they do. Like
They
I
do.
mean, like guys, jeez. I mean, I don't know.
You're not
I guess
doing very good.
They're clearly they must be closing it. It must be working, but
I don't think
girls,
so.
if it's working, stop.
Stop.
And they'll fucking stop, I hope. Or just guys, there's some fucking people with way too much confidence.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, the stories I would hear, and that is the one good thing that kind of came out of that is going like, man, if you're just a dude and you're kind of going through some shit because you're not used to this again, just be yourself. And I know it sounds cheesy as fuck, but if you're just a pretty good guy and you're being honest, you're already 50 steps ahead of the other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're going through it, you need a buddy to drink by you. Mike and I'll come sit. We'll show you what's up. Look at
We might pitch a podcast to you if you play your cards right. That is crazy.
Find your buddy that's going through it and ask him if he wants to start a podcast.
So we were third. Wasn't Troy working? And he was like, I think he was kind of like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what
over
are you
there?"
guys doing?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
told him, and he's
yeah.
like, oh, let me see.
Like,
yeah, he's like,
Because everybody's like, what are those things really like?
yeah,
so,
yeah, because that's a good point. Like, as guys who aren't single, I mean, most of our friends aren't single, so like, you don't ever see anyone on those.
No,
If you're a
like, I
group of
never-
a bunch of single people, then you all probably look at them together. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure.
God, it was weird. Yeah, but I met some cool people, so yeah,
Right.
it all worked out in the well. So I'm happy as shit. So
Well, congratulations again for getting props on that and being such a good first date.
thanks,
But
Sean.
you are a wuss when it comes to Malort.
I cry at Pixar movies too. I
All
cry
right,
at all
I
movies.
got a text from Ben. Shout out to Ben.
We need to come up with a name for Ben because
Let's
he's
say-
basically like a fucking host that's just never here.
He's kind of he's definitely an idea guy.
Our topic
here
king.
for it. So our topic king and it's got some good ones. So this one was
Remote producer Ben.
exactly
Hey.
remote producer Ben. He texted me topic idea. What as a kid seems so easy you didn't even think about it, but as an adult is fucking hard. And he gives an example. He gives a couple examples here. He says picking out what's for dinner every night, where to go out to eat that everyone will fucking agree on, and
Impossible.
remembering not to run out of basic household supplies
Like propane.
toilet paper. propane, yeah. He says toilet paper and shampoo, soap and shampoo.
That's true.
He goes, he said, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. He goes, was there a toilet paper fairy or a shampoo fairy? Basically, when he's a kid, because it was always there. I'm sorry, when he said that in the topic of dinner, it fucking hit me like so true. Like being a kid, just like asking my mom all the time, what are we having for dinner? Oh, I don't like that. Or I do. Oh, okay, good. I like that. You know what I mean?
And now it happens to you.
And it's fucking hate like every day. Like, we're figuring out what's for dinner. And shout out to Ashley. She does it way more than I do. You know what I mean? She really carries that burden a lot more than I do. So I love you, honey. Thank you for doing that. But we'll sit down and like make a grocery list of what we're going to get. And it's like, I can't think of one fucking thing to have.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if it's like that for you guys or what.
No, when you said that, I got it. What is the word they use? Triggered. Because my kids fucking every week, and I love you kids, but it's first of all, my least favorite thing every week is planning meals.
Mm-hmm.
And second of all, so I have staples that they love. So it's like, I'll make those. Well, then if you make them too much, like, we had that 2 weeks ago. You're like, yeah, you guys like 5 things. I don't know what you want me to do. So then they're like, well, make other things. Just come up with recipes. I go, then you bitch that you don't like them. They're like, yeah, but we'll have to deal with it. That's the only way we're going to find new stuff. But it's like, I can only deal with so many, this is gross, I don't want this.
Right.
Before I throw my hands up and I'm like, I'm fucking making grilled cheese. You're just gonna have to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ.
There's ramen noodle in the fridge. Get it.
For example, it's summer now. So we're gonna be grilling a lot. We grilled twice already because, your house. So Sunday night. And then what day did we go to the pool? Yesterday?
Yesterday. So the 2 days in a row.
Fuck. Okay. So fair. Cause I did say that to
It was a fair complaint on their part, but also fuck them kids.
Yeah,
so.
it was. Cause I was
could
like,
grill every fucking day
every
though.
day.
And I think my kids would be like, sounds good. Like,
I could literally just have a burger every single, like,
I actually,
you know what I mean?
shout out to Ben, my cousin. He fucking, his stove went out, or he like rented a house and the stove broke and they were like, we're going to replace it. He had to get a stove.
Oh shit.
And he cooked all summer on his grill. Like they just made every meal on the grill.
Damn. Yeah, that would get hard after a while because you're going to run out of shit. But
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so yes, fair complaint when they were like, we just grilled. I'm like, I understand. So we're going to have dinner at Kara's tomorrow. Kara and I were like, we could grill. And we really weren't thinking about the time. I'm like, oh, I can't do that too. I won't do it 3 days, like in 3 times in 4 days. So that's a valid
some
complaint.
Chicken in there or something.
Well, because that's the point. It's like we go to the pool. Like if it's 90 degrees every day, we're going to the pool after work every single day.
Right.
And that's till 7:30. So unless you guys want to eat really late, we're grilling at the pool. Like
We always eat late in the summer though. Like the kid, like we just,
Really?
yeah.
See,
we're always
we're always like 5:30 people. Just
Really?
always have it. Yeah. I mean, since not when they were young and no matter what, you ate at like 8 o'clock, but no, it's been a long time.
No, we've always, we're normally later anyway, but like I suppose in the winter, we feel like when we get home from work, the first thing we do is make dinner. But now it's like get home.
Well, if you have a lot of
There's always
sports
something
going on
to fuck
too,
around.
you're screwed.
There's that, or if we'll jump in the pool or do whatever, and then we eat after, so.
I did say, I was talking to my daughter the other day. I'm like, okay, we need to come up with some stuff that we can make at the pool or prep for the pool and have, that's not grown out. So it's like, we could pack sandwiches and wraps, but it's not, it's an easy way out. You're kind of just packing a picnic, but I'm like, hey, do you want to swim? This is how we swim.
So
that's
what we do.
Yeah.
Other things I can think about, then I'm probably a little spoiled on this one, but my laundry. My mom always did my laundry. So
really,
I never was out of underwear.
Yeah.
Really?
But
My wife says, oh yeah, the underwear freighter came
Yeah,
to me because
yeah.
she does all the laundry.
Yeah. Which
that's crazy.
I never had to do that. And the one that I run to even more is fucking towels. My mom I'd always have a clean towel when I got out of the shower. Now like I'm like, where the fuck are all the towels? And they're just down in the laundry room stacked up to the
what's it like to have parents that love you?
I know. It's pretty nice. Pretty
I'm kidding.
nice.
Your parents loved everyone.
Right.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's a good
so
point.
There's a couple of there, and then the spice cabinet, when you're fucking out of that stuff now. Like it's that or the
well, you have a spice fairy. Her name's Ashley. So.
Right. She takes care of it. The other we're out of Worcestershire sauce or what
I just bought that.
did you? Yeah, we've been out of that for
Wash
a
your
couple
sister
weeks. And I
sauce.
went the other day and I couldn't fucking find it. And
Yeah.
God damn, I got pissed off and left.
God, my mind's spiraling now.
Of all the things like that.
Dude, it never fails. He knows I'm podcasting, but Logan's just like, should I answer? No, I'm not answering that because he'll be anyway. No, but the grocery thing, quick. We were saying, like Ashley, she does most of that.
Yep.
Like Kara will look at her fridge and just make something up.
Ashley can do that too. And actually,
It blows my mind.
We'll have some of the best things ever.
Yeah.
She'll be like, all of a sudden these things are on the counter. And she's like, I'm going to put something together. And I'm like,
She's like,
That
I
was
made
fucking
I made
random.
crab stuffed mushroom pizza. I'm like, what the? She's like, well, I had some mushrooms. I had some crab left over. I'm like, dude, if you don't give me a recipe, you ain't get like, I'll cook them separate. Here's mushrooms.
If it's not
Here's
on the
some meat.
grill or on the back of the Campbell's
Exactly.
soup package.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Yeah, no.
We're kind of
I basically need like a general idea. Like,
Yes.
I mean, it's like writer's block, right? If I'm staring at a blank page, I struggle to get started. But like, if I'm like, oh, we're having chicken tonight, I can make some shit up. Like,
Yeah.
like at least I have like a, point of origin, something to base it off of. Then I can kind of,
yeah.
so
I
I can improvise like them when I have something as a starting point. But if it's like, well, we don't even have any fucking protein.
I just imagine Karen, like any of those people that can do it, they just like, it's like Rain Man. They just look in the fridge and like, no, and it's like connecting and numbers are flying and then they're like, got it.
Exactly. I think that's exactly how
Yeah.
it is. And then I'm like, because we'll, get
And
to
by the way, I'm very, very thankful that they can do that.
well,
it's
and
awesome.
because
but-
what's really awesome is that you end up with shit around that you've had for a while. And it's like,
Yeah.
you got to clean some of the stuff
Goes
out.
bad,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And like the kids are like, we don't have anything. And it's like, you start opening stuff. There's like 2 fucking freezers full of stuff. And like, it's like the cabinets, they're full. Like we just need to pick, get it. And also Ashley will put some together and we've stretched a couple, when you really get stretching. And it's like,
oh yeah. You're
what
like,
do we have for cereal? Or what are we having for breakfast? There's probably some.
When my kids say we don't have anything, it means we're out of, the shit that they can throw in the air fryer or the microwave.
Yeah, instantly
frozen
make,
pizza.
yeah,
Anything that's like super simple. That
Right.
means we're out of that stuff.
it's like all these kids these days, they want the instant gratification, if you will. Yeah.
Bastards.
I know. But that's how I obviously had kind of a rough home life, but yeah, it was like, that's what I ate was what's in the freezer.
It actually
Yes, there's frozen
it
stuff.
actually kind of surprised me that you're not like good at like kind of putting together like, well, we got
We never
we
had
got one piece of cheese and
we
got
never had
one
enough
can
stuff to
of-
put together. So it would, I do remember once I was like really hungry and I was like looking, I'm like, oh, and I mixed like, this is going to sound so gross. I mixed like cream of mushroom soup, green beans, corn, and just cooked it all in like a sheet pan or like a casserole dish together. Like ghetto green bean casserole, if you
I'll
will.
say, I'm actually on like, I mean, if I had to do it, like
No,
you're
but
not-
then
you're-
we had some frozen. We had like 6 chicken nuggets left, so I like garnished the top with cooked chicken.
Yeah.
it wasn't bad.
dude,
that's-
I would get on like, I mean, that's
We're not picky. That's like if I showed my kids that, they'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" You know what I mean?
I'm gonna
So
give it a
I've been
shot.
on this, like, you've been watching the baby videos. I've been on this like kick lately of struggle meals, like people and they're like younger people trying what other people like our generation are saying. These are the struggle meals we used to have.
Like
And
shit on
it
a
should-
shingle and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean like one of them. Fuck, we could do a whole like segment on this.
So
We
you
should
need to
write it
write
down as
these
a
down.
future thing, but like they're like, oh, hot dogs and mac and cheese.
Oh,
Yum.
yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
they had never had it before. And they're like, holy shit, this is good. Why did we never do this? Like,
Carrot-
it's so funny.
We were never big hot dog people.
I'm
in it.
searching struggle meals right now so I can look at that tonight.
Kara
Yeah,
loves
yeah.
that though, and she's like, "You got to do cheese dogs." I'm like, "Ew," but she's like, "It's cheese in your mac and cheese." I'm like, "There's plenty of cheese in there already. You don't
You
need
don't
more
fucking like
cheese."
cheese dogs?
No, not really.
I don't
I'll buy
know.
themselves. I would do. I don't know. I'm not a big hot. So that's a question: is how did everyone eat their mac and cheese growing up? My grandpa, it was always tuna and peas.
Oh, that's good.
Peas. Even my son's like that now. Like I won't eat mac and cheese if there's not peas in it. It's the best.
That's so weird.
It's so good.
I mean, I'm
Don't
sure
knock
it's
it till you
good.
try
It's
it.
just-
It's good. I've had it.
Yeah.
I've had it at your house where like
Yeah,
we were all broken. All of a sudden, he's like, "I'm making a good meal." There's like 3 boxes of mac and cheese, 2 cans of tuna, and a bag of frozen peas.
so good.
And it was good.
So good. But everyone has a different thing. I've heard of people like some people are like, "Ew, tuna in it." But I've met so many people that are like, "Yeah, that's how we ate it growing up: tuna and peas."
I'll fuck around, and throw some tuna in there every now and
Yeah,
then. But
I would throw broccoli in it. That'd be good. I like broccoli in anything.
broccoli and
just about.
cheese will go well
Yep,
together.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to get these struggle meals, and then we'll all report back and go cook one and be like,
Try one.
"Well, I don't remember it tasting like that. It's fucking gross." Like,
Well, I remember like ghetto spaghetti is what we used to call it because it like,
SpaghettiOs?
just
Oh.
like you buy the noodles and the sauce, but no like hamburger in it, so you just pour just sauce over it.
oh yeah,
Or then I heard about people like buying hamburger helper but not having any fucking hamburger in it, so it was basically
no, just pasta. Oh, say I remember being broke, like when when we had Logan, you
Yeah.
know, and we had a lot of hamburger helper. It had the hamburger in it, but boy, I can't even look at hamburger helper now. I'm like, nope.
Well, It's not as good as it used to be, but
That too.
I still like it every once in a while, just kind of out of the because it's been years since I've had it on the regular. But
well, now you can just make it because you can just make with a little bit non-packaged 2 years ago ingredients
sometimes
in there.
I mean, when you think about it, like if you're struggling for a night for an idea, just grab a box.
There's enough different kinds. You know what I mean?
I'm not against it.
I do remember those frozen, like, I'm not very picky. Those voila meals.
Yeah,
they're like
voila. We have them all the time. Chicken voilas.
Yeah,
we normally keep one in the freezer, like just
They're
to
so
have
good.
as like a.
I would add like a little bit extra stuff sometimes, but
We always add another
Nobody-
bag of
Nobody in my family
veggies.
likes it.
Really?
Really?
I'll get a bag sometimes just for me. Just
I love it.
Well, we just keep it again. It's one of those freezer meals that so it's not always frozen pizzas or something like that.
Yeah.
That we have like same thing. It'll sit in there, and all of a sudden, because it feeds the family, and it's way it's
Yeah.
still not good for you, but it's better than
all
that.
right. Throw the struggle meals on a future podcast.
I like
topic.
it. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
What else did Ben have for us?
I think that was it.
I thought there was one other thing he said in there that I was gonna.
Yeah, I thought there was two. Well, I'm trying to think.
Oh, go out to eat where where everyone would agree, or the simple
That's true.
supplies.
My kids can never agree. Now, I will say shout out to the bar because I told them when they open, I go, this is the best goddamn burger you're ever going to have. Because that smash burger's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
ruined other smash burgers for me.
Dude.
Like I went and had one when I was on my work trip. I'm like, this is garbage.
Really? Yeah. That onion one especially. But my kids like the plain one without the onions in it. But when we eat out, they both a lot of times will go, can we have the bar? I'm like, yeah, I'll go grab some smash burgers and bring it home, like on our eat out night.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, dude, it's so goddamn good. But other than that, they cannot fucking agree to save their life.
So
I
do
feel like
like
sometimes they fucking fight just to see who's gonna win.
I
You
do
know what I
too.
mean? Like that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. So then I've gotten to the point. I'm like, all right, if we can't agree, then we're not going. Oh, wait. Yeah, we'll do. I'm like,
I could see Soph just being like, whoa, slow down, hold on.
Yeah.
Just give us a minute. We'll figure
no, it's
this
more
out.
Cooper. Like,
Is it
'cause
really?
She'll hold her ground, and he'll be like, he's like, oh, I don't want you to make something stupid and healthy around here. Like, let's go.
Hey, Ashley, that's you and her. I'm just letting you know.
have you guys seen the videos of the guys that are like, yeah, honey, I have a surprise for you tonight
Yes.
where we're going out to eat. You'll never guess it. And then she guesses and he's like, yes,
You
that's
got
what
it.
we're doing.
It's how guys crack the
Basically,
code.
it's like they're cracking
They're
the
like,
code of
they're-
I feel
he's-
like I
he
feel
goes,
like
no,
we
you're
need to
not-
cut this. I feel like we need to cut this. I feel like once
delete.
we crack the code, like you can't, like we can't not.
The problem is that they heard it too. So they're like,
Yeah,
they
I'm
get
sure
a little
they've seen
suspicious
those
now. I literally
That's
said
what
it-
I'm saying. Like we got to cut this out of the podcast. We know
Oh shit, that's
how
I
many
see what
people
you're
listen
saying.
that we need to make sure
We're ruining it for
This
everybody.
is like guy code that we just like.
All right, ladies, earmuffs.
All you gotta do is say earmuffs, and you can say whatever you want. Fuck, shit, piss. Yeah, I sent a little clip today to Kara, and it was a little girl with her dad, and she's just whining and like,
That's
I'm
awesome.
hungry. And he's like, well, what do you want? She's like, I don't want to decide. And he's like, okay, do you want me to pick? She goes, yes. And he's like, okay, can you even tell me like, do you want Chinese? Do you want a cheeseburger? And she's like, nah, and just starts screaming. He's like, he looks at the camera, and the top comment was like, I didn't know they come from the factory like this. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, and I will say, if I can tell someone really doesn't want to make a decision, fine, I'll do it. But what pisses me off is when they go, I'm not picking, you pick. And then you say something, they go, ew, not that.
Yeah,
I don't
but
want
pick
that.
the
I go,
right
I'm
thing.
done.
Pick the right thing.
Yeah, you get one.
I want you to pick, but you need to pick the correct thing.
Yeah, you get one, and then we're done.
And then-
So, as far as Ben said, like the toilet paper fairy and stuff like
yeah.
that, that's I'm gonna ask my kids, like, do you guys ever wonder what happens? Like, it just reappears constantly.
Right.
And also, people not putting the toilet paper back on when it's empty drives me fucking irate.
Which if you
What
follow,
about if they put it on the wrong way?
That pisses me off too.
all right, which
But
way is
I'll
the right
take-
way? Let's. There
There's
we go.
only
We're-
one way. If the fucking paper comes out from the back, something's wrong with you. You're broken.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I totally agree.
Oh
okay,
my
we're all
Over
on
the
unison
top.
too. Yeah, it's
Has
got to be
over the
top.
top.
If this ended up being like a piss in the shower thing and I was the only one, I was gonna fucking storm out of this
No,
place. I
under
swear to
under
God.
the bottom is just a fucking train wreck. So
It makes
yeah,
no
yeah,
sense.
no.
You're sitting there fucking, especially like if you're at work, and you have to use sandpaper for toilet paper, and and they load it like that. It's
It's an
happened.
away game.
Yeah,
you got an
oh.
away game. I heard that the other day.
It's an away game.
It's an away game.
The jerseys are scratchy
Oh,
and
fuck.
Yeah, but you have to fish it out from inside there, and you're like, you don't know what's been in there, and you're, gross. So gross. I'm gonna take my own baby wipes with me when I go places. But
I always like the videos that people make to tell people they're doing it the wrong way, and there's like a spider in there or something.
oh, that's good.
Don't ever put this on the wrong way.
That's
That'll
now I want to do
that'll
that.
learn 'em.
Yeah, I do like that. I'm gonna next time my kids don't put it back on, I'm gonna just put a roll of duct tape on there, and I'm just gonna leave it and be like, figure it out.
For those of you that are interested, go ahead to Mike's TikTok. He's got a good one about toilet paper.
What?
You have a good video view on there. You made it like
Toilet paper?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You
From
made it back
years
during
ago,
the pandemic because I remember being very impressed with it.
I did. It's me on the toilet, so you're welcome, everyone.
Yeah.
I kind of fucked up one
I
little
forgot
part of it,
about
though.
that.
It still bothers me, but I can't. Obviously, I'm not gonna go back and
Right.
do it again.
No.
So.
I thought you were talking about the toothpaste one.
Well, that was good. That one was way good.
You know what's funny is if you go, because I think that's on my TikTok. It didn't get like barely any views, but I put it on Facebook because someone told me to, and it fucking went crazy. Like I had 1 million views,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
it did nothing on TikTok.
All right, well, help Mike out and go to his TikTok because he's got 2 really good ones on there that I know.
Yeah,
for
I want to
sure.
go viral, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, I
Help
get
us
paid
out.
lots of nothing for doing that. It's gonna
Just
be sweet.
cool,
Yeah,
cool to say.
yeah. Someone sent me. So someone after I did that, because I really did that just because I would go in there and I would get so sick of looking up and seeing the fucking toothpaste all over the mirror. And I'm like, how is this even possible? And I was so pissed off, and it was the pandemic, right? But it was like 3 months later, someone forwarded me a TikTok of a girl doing it. She had like 10 million views. I was
Yeah.
like, well, if I was that cute, it'd be different. But she
Well,
was like,
after I
she
saw
was like
your-
a hot 25-year-old. I'm like, ugh.
After I saw yours, I saw a lot of other ones, and I was like, did he steal it or did he not? Like,
No, I
mean,
didn't.
don't care.
I
It's just
didn't.
Your thing. That was fucking good.
Too bad I don't get any fucking credit.
That was a good one. This probably wasn't the best one to jump out of the gate with. You needed that. You get your little
Right?
listener base, and then that would have been the one.
Yeah.
But you can have an old video go viral anytime.
Yep.
That's what they say.
Let's do it, folks.
Prove,
Come on.
prove
Come on.
Sean
Come on.
right.
Come on. Let's do it.
I know. So I did. I picked up this shirt today because so we talked about on a podcast how there's a barshirts.com and you can get a different bar shirt.
Yeah.
And you go, I can't believe you've never done that. And I was like, you're right. How I haven't, because I love that shit.
Right.
So
That's 100% like your style.
yeah. So I'm going to start like for anywhere I go now, like in town that's local, I'm going to buy a shirt. And so a couple weeks ago we were at the Keg, which is a great little spot. And a friend of mine from high school works there and was talking to her and ordered the shirt. She's the one when I was talking about how it was Mother's Day and, she was like, oh, my kids aren't going to come in, but they
Oh,
did.
yeah, yeah,
And she's
yeah.
like,
Then they kept
manifest
coming.
it
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So shout out Sheila. But I picked the shirt up tonight and the person who makes the shirts was in there. And I was like, I'm going to shout out the company because I just think it's a fucking awesome name. So she, it's embroidery, all that stuff, but it's, where did it go? Oh, Are You Shirting Me? LLC. I love witty fucking names like that. I'm like, she nailed that. So Are You Shirting Me LLC is local here. They do shirts, all that stuff. So shout out to the Keg and shout out to there because that's fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you shirting me?
Are you shirting me?
I appreciate a good name.
I know.
Good for you.
It's like the whole shit my pants thing. I'm gonna shit my pants right now.
Yeah, that's as good as it gets. I like that one.
Yeah. So
Shout out to it. Shout out to the Keg. Keg's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a fun spot. So
I know when they like redid the place and opened back up, the first time I went there was actually when I met you and
yeah.
Bibby. Yeah.
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 And it had been redone for a while.
So I
it was
just hadn't
good.
been in.
Yeah,
Like
it's nice.
I don't think I knew it was for sale like a long time ago and kind of thought like, oh, it got sold. Maybe it's closed. I just didn't even think about it.
Right.
So
Did you kind of think we should buy it?
I'll be honest. We've talked about that a lot where a place will go up for sale and we're like, we could fucking do this. You know what I mean?
And then all of
Wait,
our friends that do it, they're like, don't fucking
Don't
do
do
it, you
that.
idiots.
Be
Yeah.
the best 3 weeks ever. And
There's
then
a
we'd all
yeah, we've talked about this. There's a reason everybody wants to own a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a reason a lot of bars don't stay open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we could do the podcast there. Tax write-off, right?
Sure.
Sean, you're the banker. Tell us how that works.
Well, first you got to make a lot of money to be able to write
Oh,
anything
never mind,
off.
never
So
mind,
at
never
this
mind.
point, it's you still got to spend the money to write it off.
We are quite
let
in
me
the
tell you
red.
that much. Like,
It-
a write-off's only good if you make money. If you don't fucking make any money, then the write-off don't mean shit.
This reminds me of Schitt's Creek, and he's explaining write-offs.
Right.
It's where the government just writes it off.
a
They
write-
just write it off.
Off of what? But what are we writing it off of? Oh, that's so good.
That's awesome.
Good show.
Now that was all said, I still think we should do it.
Yeah.
It happened. The thing is, it happens. It just happened. Some little town that's not too far had one up recently, and it was not a lot of money.
No,
Maybe
but
like 60 grand, and it was fully furnished with everything. I'm like, that is not bad. Like, I could sell my house. I can live in the bar, right? It's fine. The kids will deal.
I heard it leads to a happy home. I think it's good.
Living in a bar, Sean, I can tell you from my childhood, it does not. Oh boy.
Eric, where are we at? Are we
Yeah,
about?
you
Is it
guys
about
ready
your
for,
turn?
Ready for a dad joke?
Love it.
I guess.
All right.
Wait, make sure Mike's focused here, right? Because
Oh yeah, sorry.
I was looking back, you're actually 1 for 3. So just yeah.
Hey, fuck you, Eric. You should yell at everyone because no one sent in a dad joke. So you had to do that. They could have saved you 15
I
seconds.
kept my promise on this one a little bit. So,
Oh,
did you guys hear about the guy who dipped his testicles in glitter?
Pretty nuts.
It was pretty nuts.
oh,
Suck it! Boom, boom, boom. He sets him up. I knocked him down.
back to the Hall of Fame.
Let's go, baby.
50%. Oh,
I told you, baby, I'm staying above that 33.
There you go. There you go,
Guys,
Oh.
my head, it's not just a hat rack. There's something going on in there.
Fucker.
And I mean, that wasn't terribly dirty, but that was.
So
I love
you
that
know.
joke. Yeah.
that's funny.
TJ used to say when that was like, yeah, did you hear about, or a pirate walks into a bar with a steering wheel hanging out of his zipper. He's like, arg, it's driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. So fucking stupid, but I laugh every time.
Oh shit. Well, with that being said, another good one.
Another good one. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, ladies, for the emails. We really, really appreciate it. If anyone has anything, like I said, please shoot us an email. Again, it's we're still cool right at gmail.com. We're going to get some more clips out this week.
Yeah, we're really excited about the future clip game we got going on. Putting a little investment into our stuff here for it. So
Yeah.
if you like us, follow us because hopefully keep an eye on it. Well, share it. We're not afraid to share it, so
Yeah,
we'll see it.
but the shares mean a lot, so yeah, we really appreciate it. So
Yeah, we do. And the emails, obviously, they're great. Texts, whatever.
yeah,
It
So-
makes it fun.
Yeah, and comment on the podcast too. That's fine. We do see it.
Oh,
And now
do you,
everybody
oh,
sees
you want to
it.
talk about? Yeah,
Now we all
yeah,
see it,
yeah.
not just Eric,
Yeah.
who like hoards it for himself.
Feel free to just write "fuck you, Alan" on all of them. I don't care. Won't hurt my feelings at
We'll
all.
take the engagement either way.
You know what they say? Yeah, what is it? Bad press is still press.
Right, it's press.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, just keep posting random addresses.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, what the? Yeah. I swear to God, if that becomes a thing where I'm spending an hour Googling shit and there's nothing there,
Oh
I'm
my
going to be so
God.
pissed off.
But if somebody cracks the code, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brudimus Prime. We're talking to you.
Right.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
Cheers.